Rhetoric from Theresa May. Tensions are as high as at any point since the end of the Cold War. Cold War. It's like a shit John le Carré novel, isn't it? Yeah, well, this is the moment Theresa May needs to fucking step up a gear, Tim. Be a fucking leader as opposed to a wet sandwich. You know, this could be her Falklands, if she's lucky. Actually, maybe she's behind this. Trust no one. The world is finally imploding under its own ridiculousness. The President of the United States almost had to be forced with a fucking cattle prod to condemn in the lightest possible terms Russia attempting murder on British streets with chemical weapons. And when his Secretary of State robustly condemns Russia for what is in effect an act of war, Trump fires him the next day. Via Twitter, of course, why not? What is it with Trump and Russia? You know, I wonder if we just checked his tax returns, whether he's got any money tied up in Moscow. I wonder. Or is it just a fetish? You know, he just gets off on vodka, Tetris, and underage gymnasts. It's fucking nuts, Tim. What's going on with the world? I want to get off. Russian spies are poisoning other Russian spies in Salisbury. Deadly chemical weapons in ZZ, whilst you're eating your carbonara, you know? And that's just some of this week's news. We have a Chancellor who in his spring statement happily admitted austerity was bullshit. So tens of thousands of people who have suffered over the past 8 years were suffering needlessly, yeah? Vince Cable essentially called all Leave voters racist, again. You know, and then fucking, yeah, fuck me, in an act so heinous that it took the BBC almost an entire day to realise it was newsworthy, hundreds of girls and women have been systematically getting enslaved and raped in Telford. But, you know, because the perpetrators were mainly Muslim, the BBC decided that reporting the story accurately might cause offence. You know, come on, it's only poor white working class girls getting raped, so, you know, it's understandable that the BBC would want to filter out news stories that doesn't fit their elitist, identity politics obsessed narrative. No, I'm sorry, Tim, a few months back, a politician's hand on a journalist's knee, and we had middle class outrage coming out of our fucking ears for weeks. Shouldn't be surprised, of course. I didn't notice any millionaire actresses in their black Louis Vuitton dresses out protesting when some Saudi royal came to town last week. You know, from that country where women really are second-class citizens and are treated that way. No, instead, he gets the fucking red carpet and the Queen gives him a fucking blowjob. Well, yes, there was a little bit of outrage, but mostly this week I'll be tweeting about Matt Damon's fucking diversity rider. What? Yes, Russia. Yes, the Cold War, Mark II. Only this time with the US president kind of on the Ruskies' side. Maybe he's a double agent. The Kremlin has denied any involvement and has warned the UK that if they continue